This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search from my site. I'm going to start with kind of an editorial comment. The editorial comment is made more relevant by a number that I don't know by memory. So Postmates Advanced Training. With this series of videos, I'm soliciting people to begin Postmates and use me as a rep. Put me as a person who referred you. If you're successful, I earn a bonus. So I do screen captures and tweet throughout the day. Today I reached 11 deliveries. That is a personal record for me. In addition to reaching that mark, I found today just more relaxing. I was not so mentally occupied. And here's the one that I want to show. So I'm in Twitter. I did a screen capture and tweeted this on my way home from the bus. And there's the number I wanted. So 148 tweets. Listeners, after 148 tweets, something very subtle has happened, and now it's a Saturday, so I'm not distracted and preoccupied with my own work stuff. I did have a couple of phone calls, but they were non-distracting, non-pressured, non-scheduled. They just were spontaneous calls, a short Q&A. It was really minor. It was more typical of a Saturday, being a not Monday through Friday work day. So in addition to that, I'm at 148 deliveries, and I became less preoccupied with this job. I was able to read news. I was able to catch up on my email. I was able to watch my text. And prior to today, I just couldn't seem to focus on stuff like that. I did a little bit of blogging. So in addition to reaching 11, my record, I also was mentally more available for me, and it felt great. I get behind on news, and I don't like it. This is a picture of me someplace. I tweeted this for a reason, and now I remember why. This, of course, is my name tag, and this background looks a little confusing. It's the evening sun shining through the window, and so this drip right here is the drip that's part of the logo of Juice Press. So I'm inside Juice Press, and that's a shadow from the window on 9th Avenue at 45th Street, Manhattan, Midtown West. And this is a box for the menus. And I tweeted this because I went to Juice Press because it is a high volume and undesirable job. It sounds, high volume is obviously attractive, undesirable is unattractive. Well, high volume and unattractive means that not a lot of people are, that other Postmate delivery people are not competing for this job. It is not. It is one that people skip. So I was not scheduled for 1 hour in the middle of the day. Yes, I reached my record without being scheduled for one of the hours that I worked. And this is one of the reasons I did it, because I went to the store. I was then the closest one to the store because I was in the store, and it's also a high volume store, and it's also low competition. So that got me back in the game even though I wasn't scheduled. That's why I tweeted that picture. Here's a series of different deliveries: 568, 461, 724. Now that's the Postmates payout of those 4 deliveries without any tip. I did get some tips today, and the tips are already posted. Here's one of the orders. I was here when I got it, and I tweeted the map for a reason, though right now it escapes me. So I know why I tweeted this one. This one's awesome. Gray Dog is a popular restaurant in the city. I know of at least 3 of them. This is Gray Dog. This is the Gray Dog Chelsea. There's a Gray Dog University and a Gray Dog something else. And Gray Dog delivers. And of course, this is a delivery person, but that's not what they mean. They have their own delivery staff. So here I come into the restaurant and I take food that has already been ordered by the customer, communicated to the Gray Dog by the Postmates fleet support, and I just walk in, it's prepared, I show my phone, which has the name the order has been prepared in, and I pay and I walk out the door. So there's a long line. I get to skip the line, as I do in a couple of places. Sweet Green is another one where the pre-order really saves significant time. And so Gray Dog delivers. So again, this is a testimony to how the delivery business is going to change, because this is my prediction in the relative near future, certainly within a half decade, a restaurant like this will no longer have their own delivery staff. Postmates and the other on-demand app-based delivery systems are just better, a lot better. And people are more patient when we're late because they know where we are. I probably tweeted this for some reason, and now I remember why. Request us. This is when every time I get an order for Shake Shack, it tells me request a second cardboard holder for your order to enclose in the takeout box. This will keep your food warm. It is bullshit. I disregard this. I did it once. It is a pain in the ass. You have to ask a special request. You got to pull the food out of the bag. It just is. I hate it. I did it once. I will never do it again. So I'm waiting in. I skip this like I do all my 20 or more Shake Shack orders, and I'm in the line and I'm reading my tweets and I'm reading my text, and there's one that says, please make note of special instructions. And I thought, oh God, someone has complained about me skipping this stupid requirement, and now I've been, singled out as one who skips this. It's absolutely not what happened. What did happen is this person wanted, onions, and it was details about what I think he wanted on his hamburgers. So I am going to continue to skip this, and my moment of panic that said I was being singled out was a false alarm. Earl of Sandwich, his place was very hard to find. It's in this big, beautiful office building, but it's on the side street. So you go to 1290 Avenues of Americas, this gorgeous office building with some very nice artwork in the lobby, but it's not there. It's around the side. And here's my first ones of the day. This is, I tweeted this for a reason. So first is right here. This came from, this is 55th. This came from Juice Generation. I was here when I got it. That's a Juice Generation. And I delivered it here. Well, while I was still here, I got this one. And I delivered it there. So this one is Juice Generation, and this one is Juice Press. And as you can see, they're in the same place. So this is the first time I've ever done this. I had 2 active orders running parallel. I left Juice Generation and Juice Press with 2 orders. I delivered one of them right here and the other right here. It's hard to tell. Listeners, if you're interested in the detail, and I can only imagine that people are doing Postmates or considering Postmates that they'd be interested in that much detail, you can go to Twitter and look at those two maps. And it's really cool that the app made enough sense to allow me to do both of those orders together, because it knew that I was right at the place I needed to be, and so it allowed me to pack two orders together. So here's something I tweeted about Trump. So I did a little blogging today. I did some reading. And I also reached my record in deliveries. Again, I'm going to go back to this this number right here, 148. I'm 100 career to date total, 148 deliveries, and something has changed for me. The job of the delivering is just, I trust the app more and trust myself less, and it's more on cruise control, so I can read the news, do a little bit of blogging. I'm on Twitter, and yet I still did 11 deliveries without any major F-ups that I know of. One final note, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So Henry Ford is famous, the founder of the Ford Motor Corporation, is famous for paying his workers enough so that they could afford to buy his cars. And it just, ignited and was a kicker to the Industrial Revolution in the United States. So it's an incredible success story. Make your employees your customers. Great idea. The employees of Postmates will never be customers of Postmates. These on-demand delivery systems, it is a mystery to us, people who do this work and like it, why anyone would use it. Now, obviously, it's raining, I'm sick, whatever. But here is a testimony that people just don't want to go out and get their own food. I delivered to a young woman. I think she was college age, and I sort of think she was traveling with a college athletic team or debate team of some type. And I had to call her. Chipotle had some problems, so I had to call her. They were short of some things, so I called her at least twice during my time at Chipotle. I run this from across like a half avenue, then another half avenue, and in the middle of that, like 2 blocks, and delivered it to the Wyndham Hotel. She came down to the lobby to get it, and here she is. She's a college student. She's in New York. She's traveling. She's in a hotel, and she doesn't want to go 2 blocks to Chipotle to get food. Well, obviously, she's alone. She has no friends. And no, she does have friends, and they're in the lobby, and she talks with them why she came down to get the food. It just is a mystery to me why that young woman visited in New York. Why would she miss the experience of going over to Chipotle with her friends and having this food? Because people that use Postmates don't want to get their own food. So it's not like Henry Ford. You cannot make Postmates workers your Postmate customers, because to us, it is a mystery why people don't get their own food. But I love you. Keep the orders coming. It's fun for me. It's been Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, or restful night's sleep. Ciao.